Okay, folks, it looks like it's just started to rain once again on this dull-ish sort of a day. Let's see how we go with this. Not sure how we're going to do this one. I've done one similar to it, but I don't think I've done this particular colour before, or type. Not sure what we're going to do with it, folks. I don't know how this is going to work. We accidentally cleared it. I don't know what we're going to do with this shitter. Maybe it was a good thing. Maybe this colours are not going to work well because it works well with pictures of celebrities like magazines, but it doesn't always work well with other things. So maybe that was a happy accident, folks, that I accidentally hit the cancel instead of the OK button. Anyway, enough of that. Let's see what we have. We have here Mother Energy Drink. That's the ripped off a box, or a 4-pack. A 4-pack box of Mother. Really tastes quite, it's cheap, but it tastes quite good. It doesn't taste as nice as the imported energy drinks like from the US, but for something that I think is made here, it still tastes good. It's really quite nice, and it's cheap. It's a cheap sort of a flavour for some reason. They make it really cheap. I'm not rich, so it's good to supplement my imported drinks and have just cheap ones else other times. And anyway, that colour in that looks brilliant. I do like the colour. Unfortunately, it's on an angle. I've angled it accidentally. It just wouldn't sit straight. I actually think the colours look nice. Yeah, it's just slipped out of position when I put the dock feeder down, or when I just drop it on my hand there. Whatever, folks, I'm talking through my arse again. I think we're going to need a bigger enlargement for both ways. Yeah, I think we did it wrong. We didn't enlarge it enough, but we got it looking good on the horizontal. The horizontal looks pretty good, although we've actually cut it off there. We've made it too stretched, and the vertical, we've fucked it up. I fucked up the vertical pretty much, so the vertical should have been bigger. This should have been less. Yeah, that looks better. It's still on an angle though because I couldn't get it to go down properly on the dock, the dock feeder. I actually think maybe this does not favour a still picture. I'm going to make it straight into a movement. So this is the last one I did. We just put it up there and we're just going to try something different. I don't know if that's the right size, but fuck it, we're not going to bother making it into a still piece. So we're just going to take that, we're going to move it around. It's almost an A5, not quite. I'm going to make it a bit less than an A5, maybe. Yeah, that's come up looking better. I actually like that swirly pattern up the top, so we're going to take advantage of that. But even the word mother looks good, but I do like that overall, that swirly effect. I'm going to try another, see if I can get that swirly effect even better, see if I can really coax it out. So this is where the swirly comes from. So maybe we can enlarge it bigger. We just got to try our hardest to keep the swirly pattern in play. Yeah, the swirly pattern looks good. It actually looks interesting with the words no sugar, but it's still not quite what I'm after. I didn't want the words no sugar or zero sugar, but maybe we could make it into something interesting. Yeah, we're going to make it into something interesting. So we're going to just okay, so that's our piece. We'll just chuck that away. I don't know how this is going to look, folks, with the words zero sugar. I would have liked it without the words on there. Yeah, looks interesting. Looks like the colours have blended a bit, more than I'd like them to blend. I don't know how I'm going to change that. Actually, the zero sugar does add some character to it. It looks like it's got potential. I think maybe I'll have to lighten it up, or leave it on there, lighten it up, maybe add some hue control. We'll use the hue control to maybe improve on things. I don't know how it's going to work. I find the hue control very counterintuitive. It's not easy to work out how it's going to work until you've actually used it. I didn't point the phone in the right direction. I had it pointed down instead of there. Sorry, folks. Yeah, that looks a bit better hue-wise. You can see the yellow contrasting a bit more with the green, the yellow bit, but it's not what I want, although I can see something here in the pattern. I like that. So I'm going to work with this relatively small section and make it into something major. So I think we can use that. Maybe we'll do one more and see if we can make a better version. Maybe we'll do just one more and see what we get. Yeah, looks interesting. I don't know which one I like better. That looks interesting, but that's got more sophistication. I do think it's a more stylish movement than this more jagged image, however nice it looks. So we're interested in this rather. We're just going to throw this aside. This piece now will just be consigned to the pile here, and we're just going to utilize this, and we're going to just concentrate on this section here roughly. Just overlap it ever so slightly. We're going to try not to overlap it too much, so we're just going to overlap it ever so slightly. I think that should be fine. Now we've got to work out the enlargement for this. I'm going to stay 140 by 190. Yeah, looks good. We're going to enlarge it more on the horizontal, but the vertical looks like it's showing promise. I do think. I don't know if I'm going to like this one, actually. I don't know. We'll soon find out. This demo is going to be a prolongated one, folks, so just hang in there, because I will finish it eventually. And I do think maybe we have made it too long and the vertical's too low. I do think we should, so this is the first version, and now this is the second version, and we've done it wrong. I do feel, so I'm going to have to just put these aside and try to make it better. So the horizontal is going to be 170, and the vertical has got to be back. You've got to make it 200, and going to make it 200. Feels like my hand's having problems holding this phone, folks. So if I drop this phone, don't be surprised. I haven't dropped a phone for a long time. I went through a phase where I kept dropping it all the time. It was a real pain in the ass, to say the least. And that's coming up looking good. Looking quite close to good, maybe a little bit in. And maybe, I don't know, folks, if I'm going to enlarge it further or I'm going to leave it like that. Zero sugar, indeed. Going to stick with 200, folks. Yeah, that looks better. That's come up to close to the edge. So this is our latest version. I think we're going to run with it for all we know. I don't know. We're going to see and find out and see if this has turned up a real treat. It might be classified as what could be called minimalist or even semi-minimalism or semi-minimalist. Semi being not quite minimalist, sort of nearly minimalist, if you know what I mean. Like it has some fancy detail, but it's not quite. It's between. Yeah, it's hard to explain. I'm not good at explaining things, folks. It's really difficult to explain things. So that's coming up looking interesting. I don't know if it's a treat. I don't know if I could call it a treat. Nearly 17 minutes into this video. We're getting there, folks. Let's see how we go putting this together. Oops, I've got a magazine in the way. I'll just move it out of the way, off camera. Let's see how we go with this. That one there, and this one here. So this is going to be a long demo, folks. Anyway, that's come up looking interesting. I wouldn't say it's quite a treat, but it does look quite nice. I think we can now call it quits.